Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger. Once again, I'm doing my podcast for the 1984 Supergirl movie. Yeah, I know this isn't a well regarded film. It was panned when it came out, but I don't care. I'm doing a podcast for her because the new movie's coming out in June, and I want to see it. That's all. So this is 2 hours and 4 minutes. This is the theatrical cut, not the extended cut. Let's get started. I like the score. The things I like about this movie, Helen Slater's good. Rest in peace, Janat Swark. Yeah, he passed away last year. Faye Dunaway is not good in this movie. She's like a Disney villain here. Because people are like, this is one of the worst superhero movies ever made. I'm like, if this had a big budget like the new one, it would be better regarded and had better writing. Hart Bouchner is in the movie. The bad performances here are Peter O'Toole and Faye Dunaway. They're not good in the film. But Helen Slater tries, because this is one of her first films. So Mia Farrow, she's a legend. And I love this character, no matter what version I see. Mark McClure from the Superman movies, he's Jimmy Olsen here in a small role. Maureen Teefy. And instead of Lois, you have her sister, Lucy Lane. Brenda Vaccaro, Oscar-nominated Vaccaro. And I like that it's different from Superman. I saw this on Netflix a long time ago. Yeah, Peter O'Toole as Zoltar. He's not good. May he rest in peace, but this is not a good performance for him. People just complain that this movie looks cheap. So does Superman 4, and I'd rather see this than Superman 4. I'm a defender of this movie. I don't think it's as bad as everybody says it is. It's got problems. There's no doubt about it. But it's not god awful. I've seen worse. I think Elektra's worse in this movie. Catwoman's worse in this movie. The second Ghost Rider's worse. Spawn is worse. Steel is worse. Jerry Goldsmith, may he rest in peace too. It's not a good movie, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's like Jaws 2. I can defend that one and Jaws 3D, but Jaws Revenge is horrible. I do like that Kara's origin is also different than Superman. Wait, I shut off the chat. How is this thing still on? Oh, live chat off. Live chat. Yeah, I don't want to deal with the chat today. I did that on purpose because I want to have a nice, peaceful podcast with no distractions. See, that's a good looking set. I know, like people are like this. It doesn't start bad. It gets bad when Faye Dunaway shows up, but it's not the worst thing ever. Why does this thing keep happening? I said, yeah, there we go. The chat's off. Helen Slater's a beautiful woman. She still is to this day. There's some bad performances, but she's not the problem. This idiot is, because the whole movie Peter O'Toole's just drunk. And I always thought that he was a pretentious actor. Like, he thought it was better than the material. He's like, I'm British, so I can sound like this and everything. I'm like, even in Phantoms, I'm like, why is he acting like he's in a Shakespeare play? I'm like, you're not a Shakespearean actor, dude. Sorry. You know that Lawrence of Arabia was decades ago, right? Yeah. He's such a useless character in this movie. Yeah, he's hammered in this movie. Yeah. Yeah. These movies never needed Brits. Even Marlon Brando tried to sound British in the original. I'm like, you're not British, you're Italian, dude. Do Kryptonians sound British to you? I mean, I remember Bradley Cooper in Superman 2025. They didn't sound British. Him or the woman that played Lara L. She's a cutie pie. Yes, Melissa Benoist is the better version because they acknowledge her a lot more. Plus, she's in the suit in the first episode. Look at that beautiful face. We'll see what Millie Alcock can do. Stop bothering her. They're like, oh, she's gonna be the worst. Really? The Woman of Tomorrow storyline is highly regarded. Borrowed it. Yeah, he's drunk. He was Irish and British, so of course he was drinking. At least he wasn't in Harry Potter because he was too old by then. Ratatouille was one of his last films, then he died. So him and Daniel Day-Lewis thought that they could, method act and everything. I'm like, yeah, I don't need that. It's not a bad actor, just a bit overrated, if you ask me. It's like Denzel Washington. I'm not a fan. It's not a bad actor, just I just think that they think their crap doesn't stink. And I'm like, yeah, that's when you I don't like pretentious actors that think that they're better than everybody. No, you're not. I don't care what accent you have. Just act. Stop. No, Mia Farrow. She's still around. Why do you have a Harry Potter wand? Doesn't make any sense. This has magic in it, and there was no magic in the first two Superman movies. It was powers. People with powers that can fly and use laser vision and have super strength. If you cut him and Faye Dunaway out of the movie, it would have been a better movie because they don't feel like they belong in this movie. Peter O'Toole thinks he's in a Shakespeare play, and he's not. It's a good set. I like the set. Exactly. Plus, he disappears for half the movie, so it's not even about him. She's also on Krypton, but in another part of Krypton, because she gets to Earth first before Clark does. Because she's not a baby; she's a teen. Clark was a baby when he arrived on Earth. Those look like one of the toys you get at a Disney on Ice show. She's got great legs. I had to do this one, guys, because again, the new movie's coming out in a couple of months, and I'm gonna go see it. I could not care less about the haters that want it to flop. They think girls can't sell a movie. Yeah, what about Zootopia 2, you fools? What about Frozen? What about Inside Out? You're idiots. You're idiots. You're just sexist. Don't do that. That power source. Yeah, he's horrible in this movie. I don't know how this man won an Oscar and then did this. Just like Faye Dunaway. It's a plastic bag. Yeah, I get it, guys. This movie did not have a $200 million budget. The new movie should be fine. I'm not expecting the world out of it. I just want it to be good. It's not going to be as good as Superman, but I'm like, who is? At least, at least in the new Superman movie, the only Brit is Nicholas Hoult. Mostly, it's him and it's one of the guys in the that works for him. But the main characters are not. You got a Canadian playing Green Lantern, and then you have a Hispanic playing Hawk Girl, like in the animated series, and then you got a black man playing Mister Terrific. So there was no Brits there. If Mister Terrific was played by that guy from Black Panther, Daniel Kaluuya, it would have sucked. He would have had to hide his accent for the whole movie. I don't need that. Eddie Kathigi did fine. That movie had the least amount of Brits that you could get because James Gunn knew that Brits didn't work in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So he's like, nah, forget about it. We're not going to put as many this time. Hollywood wasn't built on Brits. Let's just say that and leave it at that. She's in an orb. Instead of being in a pod like Kark, it's like a little round orb, like the gyrosphere in Jurassic World, but it can fly. Bye, you suckers. Oh no, she won't. Yeah, he's plastered, man. Because in Ratatouille, he's in like two scenes in the movie. The rat and the chef, Linguini are better characters than him. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. Yeah, he should have been the villain because he has an accent, and the villain in this movie is two women, and I'm like, they only did that because they didn't want Kara to fight a guy, but I don't care, guys. Leave your gender politics out of this, okay? As long as the movie doesn't stop the movie to say, "Hey, I don't need no man," then I'm gonna walk out. But if it's sticks the landing like Captain Marvel, it'll be fine. Stop complaining so much. You know, I don't get why people complain about everything. She's curious. She's younger than Clark. Well, she's got a more naive personality. Clark pretends to be mild mannered, but she's different. I like that she's different. She's a girl. Girls have to be different. They can't be the same as you. No girl on this earth is the same as me. My sister and I are very similar, but we're not the same person. I have a short temper sometimes. She doesn't. She's more mild manners than I am. This villain is absolutely terrible. If the one thing in this movie that didn't work from the start is like she sounds like a Disney villain. Here she doesn't. It's just not when it starts, but when she's like casting spells, I'm like, what are you, the witch of the West, or what's her face, the villain from like Sleeping Beauty or something? I'm like, you're not Maleficent, lady, or the evil queen from the original Snow White. She's jealous of another girl again. Faye Dunaway has nice hair in this movie, but that's one of the few positive things I could say. She looks great. It's just she's not a DC villain. This villain is not in the comics. And there's another British guy. You know why? Because they filmed these movies in the UK. No, pooey. I'm not ever going to film anything there. They took a lot from me in this decade. You're not going to take any more. You can blame the hobo for that because she's the worst actress I've ever seen. She makes Helen Slater look Oscar worthy. Yeah, I said it. There's the orb. She literally makes Helen Slater's performance here look Oscar worthy. Because at least she could, she's naive, but she's very cute, and she has this look in her eye. People just crap on this because it's an easy target. Now, when the new movie comes out and does better than this, we all know it is. I mean, come on, it can't do any worse than The Flash. That movie bombed because everybody hated the lead. People don't know. Millie Alcock has only done. She's only done House of the Dragon. That's it. That's what she's known for. Who's she talking to? Forever. Stop putting Brits in your superhero movies. They don't need to be in anymore. They've been in like 50% of the movies that have come out in this decade. Guardians 3 and Superman and X-Men and Deadpool and Wolverine. We're over it, okay? We are all over it. Okay? Karen is Scottish, not British, mostly. And she has beautiful hair and she can act. She doesn't act like a Disney villain. You can't run out of me. Yes, I know Star Wars had Brits too, but again, they filmed it in Pinewood Studios. What do you want from me? Not all of it, but most of it. George Lucas couldn't film in the US mostly because it's a galaxy far, far away. She just gets the suit. Yeah, they give her the suit. She doesn't make the suit like in the show. She just has the suit on. I do like the shot when she comes out of the water. I think it's a nice shot. Whee! There's that skirt I love so much. I'm glad they brought the skirt back. I didn't care for the look of Supergirl in the Flash movie. She has no blonde hair. She's not white, and she doesn't have the skirt. Why would you do that to me? Why? You idiots. This is what she looks like. Blonde hair, white, beautiful legs, with that little skirt and the cape. I miss the cape. She is so lovely. I would love to meet her at Comic-Con. She's my favorite, guys. I've never hated this character. Never. In any iteration. This version of her with the blonde hair, yeah, never hated this version. The 2023 version was just not my version. She's barely in the movie. I don't like the design. The actress tried, but she's got one mode. I'm angry. That's it. They only put her in that movie because Henry Cavill couldn't come back. After Black Adam, he was done. So her heating vision doesn't kill. I like girls. I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not mentally ill, okay? I'm not ill. I'm not handicapped. My brain works, it functions fully. Yeah. ADHD is not autism, guys. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it's not. I don't stop and just run into a corner. I don't do that. I do that when someone's smoking weed. This is a cute little scene. Mm. I'm not going to blame the effects. Again, it was 1984, guys. I wasn't even born when this came out. I didn't even know it existed because I saw a clip of the ending on TV when I was like 6 or 7. Like, there's a Supergirl movie? I didn't even see it until I was an adult, and I'm fine with it. It's a nice scene. See, it's quiet, it's not loud, and the music is very lovely. I love the music in this movie. You could say whatever you want about this movie. Love the music. Jerry Goldsmith puts his heart, and he's not copying the Superman theme because he knows John Williams' score was impossible to top. I love you, Kara. I don't care what people say about this movie. I think it's severely underrated. Is it great? No. But is it god awful like Everything Hurts Me? No. Eternals is worse than this, and that's 2.5 hours. That's like making fun of effects from 1935. It's not going to look like the CG we have today. It's going to look a little bit dated. In the Woman of Tomorrow story, she has a sword. I hope she uses it. Look at the horses. Yeah, it is the year of the horse, so that makes sense. There's things about this movie I do like. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's an easy target for critics as critics hate everything. All these online critics just hate on anything that moves. These grifters are like, women can't sell movies. Yeah. Wonder Woman, Captain Marvel, and especially superhero movies. Even Black Widow, while I didn't love it, Scarlett Johansson wasn't the problem. The other girl was. And the other girl. They were the problem. That's why nobody gave a damn about them in Thunderbolts. See? That movie could have starred just women and it would have still flopped. So suck on that. It's not like Marvel did any better. Last year, all their movies flopped. Yet DC had one movie and it was a hit. And we're getting another one. I don't know why this villain's lair is in a theme park. You would think that this would be the Joker's lair. Because he likes to play with toys. Or the Toy Man, for Superman. At least you get away from those stupid Brits for a while. Boy, that's a relief after all I gone through. She's like Ned Beatty's character, Otis, right? Yeah, or Miss Tessmacher. Just why is there a witch in a superhero movie that's not called WandaVision or show? That it made sense. Agatha worked as a villain because Wanda is a witch, but Supergirl's not a witch. She doesn't have any magic or anything. I'm a male. What do you expect? What do you think I was going to be attracted to, guys? Was it a mystery? Are you shocked that I'm not a homosexual or bisexual? No, I'm only attracted to women. A pair of boobs always will always do it for me over, you know what, a hairy chest. I tell her like it is. Some people are so scared to do that. I'm not. More flying. At least she flies in the movie. We don't have to wait an hour for her to be in this thing. We're what, 21 minutes in? Yeah, 21 minutes and she's already in the costume. It kind of comes out of nowhere, but again, they don't have 2 hours to get her in the costume like Wakanda Forever. What is that? Her smartwatch? You are a beautiful, beautiful girl. Guys do hit on her in this movie, but I'd rather watch this movie again than Eternals or Black Widow or even like well, I haven't seen Thunderbolt or even New Mutants. That had a lot of girls, but the movie was dull. It was boring. It was 90 some minutes. It was cut to crap, and then the movie is just dull. Nothing happens. There's not even a whimsical flying scene. They don't even want to use their powers in the movie. How sad is that? It's a ripoff of Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which is a much better movie. Yeah. Here comes Matt Frewer. Yeah. The guy from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Max Headroom. He did a worse movie than this called Generation X. That didn't have a budget either. And it was on TV. This is a movie released theatrically. It flopped, but it had a bigger budget than that. Here he comes. Those amazing legs. I know. Yes, I agree. Yeah, he's kind of like Jim Carrey. I love Matt Frewer. If he was the he was Panic in Hercules. See, this is a Weinstein, not me. See, he was looking at her like cousin. I have some beautiful girl cousins. I do from my dad's side of the family. Mostly from my dad's side of the family because mhm. See the and why can't a man just go head on? You don't have to have coming pairs, guys. Women don't want to be approached like two or three at a time. If you're a real man, you'll approach a woman by yourself. You don't need a group. That's right, Matt Frewer. Don't touch her. She's got the super strength. Because they're men. Exactly. But not all men are Weinsteins. He was violating women back in the 70s when I was before I was even born. Baby. What's he doing the Batman voice? This isn't Batman, this is Supergirl. Mm-hmm. I don't know who this actor is, yeah. When I approach a woman, I approach them by myself. I don't need a group or a posse. He's wearing an A&W shirt. That still exists. Yeah, it's just a cameo for Matt Frewer. He's not in the rest of the film. Because the main guy in this movie is Ellis from Die Hard. This was before Die Hard, by the way. He's clean shaven, and he's not, uh, he doesn't die in this movie. Of course, Die Hard's a better movie, but that's because it's a classic. Why is their drink boiling like a cauldron? It's weird, right? I'm glad there's no Brits in the movie I'm doing tomorrow. I'm sick of hearing that accent. In spring, I don't want to hear it. So I won't be doing any Chronicles of Narnia or Harry Potter or any of that, or even Lord of the Rings. I'm like, no, because I'm just tired, man. It's so draining. May, I'm doing a bunch of Asian films. So I have the power. I'm like, this isn't He-Man. Did the cartoon come out? I think it did, but the movie didn't come out until 1987. You don't have the power. See, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, who's the fairest of them all? Yeah, she's a Disney villain. Doesn't feel like a Supergirl villain. Lobo, now that's a Superman villain, but I'm like, he's gonna be cool. Why are the drinks bubbling? Because who is that? Is that Madonna? It looks like her. Yeah, it's not. She looks like Madonna. She had a scorpion. See, she puts spells on people like she's a Disney villain. I said that in my review years ago. She's spinning like a top. That's really, really strange. Yeah, this movie's weird, guys. I mean, she literally puts a love spell on a man. What does that sound like? A Disney villain. Yeah, that's not a DC villain. It's a Disney. Selena Gomez. Ah, Bunny Rabbit. So cute. Yeah, I loved it. Zootopia 2 was a great sequel. It's cute. Like, there's some cute moments here, guys. Not everything in this movie is pain. Trust me. You want to see pain? Watch the first 20 minutes of Eternals. Nothing good happens in that movie. It's dull. And I don't care about the characters at all. At least I like her. That's one thing over Lucy Lane. Yeah. It's a school full of girls. Yes, guys, I'm childish. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm completely heterosexual. That's exactly what I am. No matter what a girl's race is, age, as long as they're legal and size, it doesn't matter to me. There's certain precautions I take, but I'm not gonna date a girl that's a foot taller than me. But if they're my size, what's the problem? Or shorter. You saw she has to appropriate. She has to change her hair color to brown. She looks good in brown, but I prefer the blonde hair. I'm into brunettes more than blondes, but to me, Supergirl is a blonde. She always has been. It's like Wonder Woman's a brunette. She's not a redhead or a blonde. There he is, Ellis from Die Hard. Mm. See, she could change her clothes. That's kind of a cool power. I don't think it's in the comics, but it is kind of cool. She doesn't need a phone booth to change her clothes. United States of America. Again, greatest country in the world. I don't care what anybody says. I love living here because I have the freedom that I need. Also, Superman has a cameo in this movie and through a poster. Tylenol, yep. Why are the men so rude in this movie? Like some of them, not all of them. Linda. It's funny there was no Linda. There was no Linda in the Loud House. There's a Lynn, Lucy, Luann, Lola, Lana, Lily. Who else? Lori, Lenny, Lisa. But there's no Linda. Yeah, look at her fast. She was a recommendation in like 2 seconds. I wish I could do chores this fast. You're so cute. Yes, I know, guys. So like I'm letting the cuteness of Helen Slater like blind me, but again, I don't care. See, there are some Easter eggs here too. Clark Kent. Well, this is a different director. It's not Richard Donner and it's not Richard Lester either. And I do like Jaws too. I know a lot of people hated that too, but it's not as good as the first one, but I still like it. It's Jaws as a slasher movie on the water. Ah, girls. They got the little skirts and everything. Well, actually, they're big, long skirts. There's another A&W. A lot of A&W product placement. It's probably the only soda because in Superman 2, they had Coca-Cola. Nah, a CRTV, man. I haven't seen one of those in years. Yeah, with the chat off, I can focus on this movie. I don't have to read anything. Danvers. That's Carol. That's Captain Marvel's last name, Carol Danvers. She's Kara Danvers in the TV show Shake. So yes, Lois has a sister. That's good that they did something different, guys. I like different. I don't want every movie to be the same because then you got remakes that we don't need. Like How to Train a Dragon. Why is there a remake of a movie that came out in 2010? Rest in peace, Margot Kidder. I miss you. Here's the cameo that I love so much, man. I like these two characters. Yeah. God forbid I like a character in this movie that's not, critically acclaimed. Frosted Flakes. Yeah, I still eat those every now and then. Just she's reading a comic. Ha, wink. I think Helen Slater did meet. I think she met Christopher Reeve before he passed away. You are so cute. I miss you, Christopher Reeve, so much, man. The OG. Yes, he does. Yes, I love him so much, man. You're never gonna be forgotten, Christopher Reeve. Never. Without you, there be no Superman on the big screen. Algorithms. They said that back in the 80s because computers were starting to come into people's lives in the 80s, but the internet didn't exist until the 90s. Hmm. Sorry, Selena, but you are not Agatha. Agatha was hotter than you, and people loved Catherine Zahn's performance. Plus, she has that big nose, and I love big nose on women. Most women, except for Leah Michelle, because Leah Michelle's a jerk. I don't like women that have that have an ego that gets in the way. Hint, hint. Yeah, he's shirtless. Brenda Vaccaro, what a legendary actress. I saw her in that Zorro the Gay Blade last year. Or 38 minutes in. I know. It's not your prince. Again, that's Snow White, the original, because people hated the remake so much. I didn't. I just thought it was fair, guys. I didn't hate it. Because I don't hate everything just to hate everything. Jurassic World bored me more. Rebirth. That was just a boring retread of the first movie, Jurassic Park, and I was. You're laughing at. That's that's not funny. She's not doing jokes. This movie doesn't have jokes like a James Gunn movie, which because it's got to be different. Like people say that James Gunn directed Supergirl. No, he didn't. You idiots! It's the director of Cruella. Yeah, and Emma Stone is not in this movie unless she's a cameo in the movie that was unannounced because she's Supergirl. She said 5 billion, and people are laughing. Why are you laughing? It's not. It's not a joke. They're playing sports. I don't know what sport that is. I don't know if that's rugby or. Let me put this over here. I want to lie down a little bit. I don't have to read the chat, so. Mhm. Da, 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 da. But like I said, I would rather watch this than Superman 4 or Man of Steel because Man of Steel bored me out of my gourd. Yep, it didn't hurt her. It's like, how did... She's fine. It can't hurt her. They're showering. You're not going to see anything, but this is a PG movie. There's not PG-13 or R. What are you looking at, you perv? See, she could hear everything. She has super hearing. She's not stupid. I thought that was Talia Shires, not her. She was doing Rocky 4 at the time. Nope, you're not going to do anything. Ah! You get what you deserve. Mm. I don't want holes in my ears. My my earlobes are very soft. Hold on. Let me inbox my sister and tell her we need water bottles. Yeah, yeah, it's Jimmy Olsen, the same actor from. Yeah, Popeye's chicken. There we go. Nope, I'm not responding. No, there's not a lot of action, but it's good to see. It's good to see a different movie. I don't hate this movie. I know I should, but I don't, because I've seen worse. With big movies with bigger budgets flop even worse, like Elektra. I didn't even finish that movie. I have to finish it, but I'm not doing a podcast for it. That's for sure. Don't worry, no animals were harmed. First person he sees. You mean woman he sees? Because there's none of this gay stuff that they did in the Supergirl TV show. That bothered me a lot more. Why? Because Alex did not need to be gay to be interesting, you fools. I know they exist, but the CW always had to put something gay in their shows. And it didn't make any sense because that's not in the comics, you fools. Either have a heterosexual couple or have no couples at all. Got it? You don't have to pander to everybody. We got stupid shows like Heated Rivalry for that, and I don't watch that because I'm not. I'm a heterosexual man. I have no reason to watch a story like that with men only. Nope. Oof. Bianca. Yep, there's a man that she puts a spell on. The witches in Hocus Pocus were more better witches than this girl because at least they fit in Disney. Hello, Ellis. Whatever his name is. The Joker had a hideout like this in the animated series, an abandoned theme park. Yeah, that was in the first season of the when he pretends to be Jocko, some birthday clown. Yeah, that episode's pretty dark. He's like stalking a kid. Yeah, it's pretty dark. I mean, DC has a dark side. We all know that. Not this movie. I'm saying like some of their other projects. Anything with Batman is going to have something dark in it, usually, because he's a dark character. Or Constantine or something like that, even though I hate Constantine. That movie I hate more than this. You know why? I don't like the character. Keanu Reeves did fine, but I don't care for the character, really. I really don't. Too much oogly boogly stuff, yeah. You're gonna accept a drink from a stranger. Yeah, I don't do that. If I want to drink, I'll drink something non-alcoholic from a restaurant or something. I don't like to get wasted. Mm-mm. I like to be sober. He passes out and then he took one look at Cara and falls in love with her. I'm like, that's all it took when I saw Melissa Benoist. He takes a nap and then he wakes up and sees Cara like later in the film and he's like, "Who are you?" Okay, that was funny. See, there's some moment. This movie does have its moments. You're an idiot. You shouldn't have put him to sleep. You should have let the love spell work instantly. I think this guy's name's Nigel or something like that. Nigel, yeah, because that's the most typical British name. I want to say Selena. These men in this movie are just so useless. Him and Peter O'Toole don't even need to be there. Z- we're almost an hour in, yeah. 50 minutes. I know the new movie's gonna be better than this. It has to. As long as it's not sexist, I think I'll be okay. Whoa, I'm tripping. He walks right out of her life. She didn't count on him moving, even though that's why I don't drink. I have my own drinks and nobody slips me a Mickey because I've never been stoned in my life, ever. I've been disoriented like this, but that was because of lack of sleep, not because of drugs or alcohol. It's a haunted house. See, it's a real set. It's no bad CGI in this movie. The effects are kind of weak in the end, like when she's fighting that giant monster, you barely see it. Again, they didn't have a $200 million budget, like the new Superman movie showed the giant kaiju thing. He's supposed to be asleep. Then why did he get up out of nowhere? The spell's a bit off, I guess. Amateurs? It's amateurs, you idiot. Amateurs. I do like Brenda Vaccaro in the movie. She gives it her all. Again, that's Disney. This is not a Disney movie. Warner Brothers is bought out by Paramount, not Disney. I don't need to see Batman on Disney Plus unless it's on Hulu. Yep, he has. Mm-hmm. Yep. She put some leprosy on him or something. Where is he? Yeah, you're stupid. He's wandering around the set. We all have guilty pleasures, guys, and this is one of them for me. Stop overacting. This performance makes Galp's performance seem subtle by comparison. She's not looking at a mirror going, "Where is she?" And tonight's the Oscars, but I don't care, guys. It's 4 hours long. This movie's about half that running time. Yeah, you're not Agatha. Agatha's way better. I don't mind a superhero movie from a woman's point of view. It doesn't bother me, guys. Just don't be feminist and stupid. Like you stop the movie to say, "Me too." No, stop that. Stop it. We get it already. The Bride did that, and that was a bigger flop than this. So ha ha ha, Jesse Buckley, go win your Oscar and get out of my face. Okay. Some of the props are decent in the movie. I don't think they're that bad. There's no CGI in this movie. Like I said, it was 1984. Because it's not an HCTV. There's people that act like that. Remember Amy and Booksmart? She was walking like that when she was stoned, and it wasn't even her fault. He falls in love with her. Again, that's totally a Disney movie. It really is. Hey, Popeyes. What's up, Mark McClure as Jimmy Olsen? I love that chicken so much, man. It's some of the best fried chicken in all of Brooklyn. Those fries are good over there. Yep. The fries are different in Popeyes now compared to in the 80s because they put black pepper on it. It tastes really good, though. I never liked the biscuits. Just not a biscuit guy. I like girls, guys. I'm sorry. Why do you think I watched The Loud House and The Really Loud House? Yeah, I like Lincoln a lot, but the girls are what makes the show for me. At least they're eating in Popeye's chicken. They're not stopping the movie to do a product placement. They're not doing a commercial like in Little Nicky, where Little Nicky is eating the Popeye's chicken on a bench with a dog. And I'm like, yeah, it's a commercial.
It is good chicken. It is. It's not healthy, but it's good for it. It tastes good. He looks. He takes one look at Kara, and he is elated. That's exactly what happens to me when the dopamine's hit my brain. He is. Yeah, they did put a spell on him, but they drugged his drink. She doesn't want him to get hurt. I get it. She's like Jeremy Irons in Dungeons and Dragons. She's mugging. Yeah. Is that a tractor or a bulldozer? I forgot. It's one of those. I think it's a tractor. Yeah. The first action scene after is with a tractor. Yeah, because that mouth is a tractor. A bulldozer is smaller than that. It's like maximum overdrive that the trucks are alive. No, not that car. Also, there's a little bit of property damage in this movie. It's not a whole city. In Man of Steel, all of Metropolis is a wasteland. It looks horrible. Watch it, buddy. It almost kills him. And we're an hour into the movie. Well, almost 59 minutes, nearly. Yeah, she goes into Supergirl mode. Come on, go, Kara. Move it. Save him. He takes one look at her and just, he's like, again, I don't blame him. As a man, you don't need to put a spell on me to get my attention. Lucy sees she does something in the movie. She's not just a side character that does absolutely nothing. She's not waiting to be saved like Lois. No, not that gas station. No, he's taking pictures of the tractor. Yeah, she gets knocked out. Yep, there's the gasoline, of course. Man, what a mess. TAS, I don't think that exists anymore. Popeye's chicken still exists. I ate it last week. No, not the. This makes. This is subtle compared to something like Fast and the Furious 9 or Fast X. That's a cartoon. And those movies make money. Why? I don't get it. Here she comes. At least Kara does save the day. She doesn't make things worse. There she is. Oh, look at those legs. They show a lot of her legs in this movie. So hot. With stockings, of course. That's fine. Whee! There's some stunts in the movie. See, she's smart for a younger girl. And I did like the Legend of Billie Jean with Helen Slater as well. She chopped her hair off in that, and it's a movie it's more a female empowerment movie, but not done in a pretentious way. She's like, who is she? Yes, ma'am. I'm glad this laptop works. It's not perfect, but it does work. At least she saved this guy. If this was Henry Cavill, this guy would have been killed like in 5 minutes. That thing is useless without the head. And he's like, eh. It's like when Bugs Bunny took one look at Lola in Space Jam. Again, we're like that. Don't look at her. I have to. Um, Again, his smile says everything. Make fun of this if you want to, critics. I don't care. Again. What did he say? Again. Yes. Yes. He turns into a poetess or something. What was in that drink? I'll tell you what it was. It was pheromones, guys. Cara does like men. She likes Monel in the show. Good for you, Melissa Benoist. I'm glad you found love a second time in the TV show with Chris Wood. Hmm. I think it's sweet. It's not the best romance in the world, but I'd take this any day over 50 Shades of Grey or Twilight or any of that garbage where the man has to be in power. Why? She's like, no. She's so bad in this, but again, it's fun to watch because she's in the wrong movie. She thinks she's a Disney villain. Hmm. That face is good. Shadow's not in this movie. He was in Sonic 3. That's the same sound effect from Superman 3. No, not the set. I took one look at Elsa when she was an adult, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in love. A man kissed you, yeah. It does feel good, I know. See, one of the few quiet moments in the movie. It's like a man kissed you. To you too. It's an invisible creature for now, like a shadow. There she is again. Again, she got knocked into the soda machine, A&W. She can't see it. Yep. Yep, take this pole. So you can see it now. There's the creature. It looks okay. It's not horrible looking. They just didn't have the budget to have a big monster like in the Superman movie last year. I know. She's looking right at the camera. I do, yeah. Just like, don't send a man to do a woman's job again. We got it, guys. Yeah. She's hammered. It's not a ridiculous costume. It looks absolutely stunning. Again, yeah, you're hammered. Go to bed, lady. Go sober up in bed. Yeah, she does. Wonder Woman also can fly. I prefer Supergirl. I saw the TV show and I was like, yep, I'm a fan. I saw the TV show before I saw the movie all the way through. And there isn't a special edition of this on DVD. I think it's longer. It's got special features. I want to see what they are. It's that orb again. There's that ring that she has. Because really, you could have cut Peter O'Toole out of this movie and it would make the movie shorter. You don't need him in the movie. He's in the beginning, he should have died, and that's it. That's the end of his story. The fact that he shows up and then like halfway through the movie and then it's like, you want to squirt? Yeah, that's probably the worst scene in the movie. It's not even with Kara. She's not the problem in this movie. She isn't. I've seen worse performances from lead chicks. Because Yelena was not a likable character. She was snotty and nothing like Natasha. The movie's almost over. We're more than halfway through. After this, I have to throw out the garbage. Yep, he fell. Mm-hmm. He's following her. He's giving her flowers and candy. It's not Valentine's Day. This movie didn't come out on Valentine's Day. Yes. Yeah. Again, guys, romance is sappy. Get over it. If you've ever seen Romeo and Juliet, yeah, or Midsummer Night's Dream, that also is a play where the people fall in love with the wrong person because a fairy puts a spell on them. A fairy, not a witch that goes, no, don't look at her. I'm like, performance is so bad, but I laugh at it. You can't lift her up. She's the girl of steel. People hate the romance in episode 2 so much. I'm like, guys, it didn't bother me. At least it's with a man and a woman. It wasn't some gay stuff they did in Rise of Skywalker, which came out of nowhere, and also in the Acolyte. Why would you do that? Why would you insult us? George Lucas never wanted LGB characters in his saga. Ethan. Yeah, he's talking like he's Romeo from Romeo and Juliet. You're a girl, and he likes girls. Trust me, I would talk like this too. Yeah, we know. Men do crazy things when they're in love. It's not Lois and Clark, but it's not the worst romance I've ever seen. Not even close, guy. Yes, it has very flowery dialogue. Hey, people watch Bringerton on Netflix, and it's the same flowery dialogue, just with different accents. If I met Helen Slater at Comic Con, trust me, the I'll be looking at her like that too, even though she's like in her 50s or 60s now. Yeah, it's cute. After seeing the gay stuff on the in the CW show, yeah, this is like this is soothing compared to that. Because when I had to see the marriage between Alex and what was it like Jimmy Olsen's sister? Yeah, that wasn't for me. Sorry, or whoever it was. I needed a therapist after seeing that. They put her on a ride. I'm gonna spin you to death. No, she's not. She thinks she's a Disney villain. There's those amazing legs again. I am Selena. Endor, that's Star Wars. No, not the football. Not the football bumper car. No. Beautiful eyes. Mm. Yeah, they did this in Spider-Man 3 as well. Another movie that a lot of people hate. At least she doesn't wear glasses like Clark. She's not a ripoff. So they went limp. She flies them all the way. She flies that bumper car all the way to the beach, and nobody sees them. I guess it was early in the morning. I guess people were still sleeping. If a beautiful girl was flying me over a sunrise like that, that's very romantic. Oop, and he got clunked in the head. Poor Ethan. Why is she looking at a mirror? Again, she's a ripoff of a Disney character. Nope, your powers are fading. You can't because you're a woman. No, Nigel's a useless character. He plays the he's in he's a teacher in the school, and then he does that's the only thing he does in the whole film. He's useless. Him and Peter O'Toole don't even need to be in the film. They're filler characters. Lucy at least has her moments. I like Jimmy Olsen's cameo, and I love Kara. I'm again, guys. That's my bias kicking in. Yeah, coconuts have water in it. That's right. Suck on that, baby. Suck it. Mm. I'm the only guy in this whole world that is turned on by her. I'm like, yeah, again, I should be. That's right. Suck on those fingers. This has surprisingly better sensuality than the Wuthering Heights remake that came out. Because that's like, oh, these eggshells. Oh, yeah. When you're touching food in a sensual way, yeah, sometimes it could be really weird. Strawberries and apples, I get it, but not eggshells. Those are so sharp you can cut your finger. You idiots. What's next? Oh, this hot sauce. Oh, no, that's weird. If you're getting off on certain foods, you have a problem. If it's not an aphrodisiac, it's a problem. Again, there's worse romances out there. That Wuthering Heights remake, I heard horrible things about it. It's a beautiful looking film, but it's with two people that are so up their own anus they can't even see sunshine. And they're toxic people. They're not likable people. Kara is very likable in this movie. Naive, but very likable. A spider. Mm-hmm. The spell is broken. That was quick. um, it's like when Lenny said apples. I was like, I was so attracted to that. Mm, I love those clothes so much. I love her. You Mark Wahlberg. She's smiling. Again, I don't blame you. Again, being heterosexual, that's not something you can shut off, guys. You can't. Try me. Hmm. And she's girly. I love it. Oh, see, he's drawn to her. Again, I don't blame him. I don't know why they said that this character doesn't sell. You're lying, OTR on YouTube. You're lying. Like, oh, the movie flopped. Yeah, the movie came out over 40 years ago. The TV show was not a flop. It was a hit. It just went on too long. It had 6 seasons. It should have only had like 3. It just went on too long because CW shows don't know when to end. Some of them just go on too long. Look at Arrow. Look at The Flash. Look at Legends of Tomorrow. I'm not stupid. Batwoman had 3 seasons. That's too long. It should have never been made. That's way worse than this, guys. Because that movie, that show, the whole thing is about, oh, this costume will look good on when it's on a woman. Again, it's such a overly feminist piece of garbage. I'd take this any day over Batwoman. Ugh. Mm. They're standing in front of a lake in front of the water. Yes, kiss her. Mm. The taste of a woman. It's there's nothing else on earth that tastes better, guys. Hmm. At least he doesn't have a forget me kiss. Like she doesn't kiss him and then he forgets everything. That was a stupid power in Superman too. Oh, you beautiful girl. Yep, she scratches his neck or something like that. No, she just grabs his hand. Oh, she builds a fort, a castle in the middle of a mountain. Again, that's very Disney esque. It's a good prop. I think it looks fine. Look at this. It's a mountain. Again, this feels very Disney-esque. I don't know. Da-da-da. It's too bad nobody saw this. I didn't because I wasn't born yet. By the time I was born, you had Superman 4, and that was terrible. That is the worst of the series by leaps and bounds. I think this should have just been the final battle in this movie. You didn't need the scene with Peter O'Toole's character Zoltar because it stalls the movie. They take her to the Phantom Zone. It doesn't look anything like the second movie, and it's stalling for time. That scene. I'm just probably going to skip that scene altogether, like some of it anyway. Look at that statue. Yep, he's captured again. He kissed her with the blonde hair, and he's like, "Linda, you're Linda." I'm like, "Yeah, again, yeah, I know." Her lips are the same, and her face is the same. Yeah, you're no Agatha. You're not even Wanda in Multiverse of Madness. She doesn't have to do these crazy eyes and say spells. There's the cackle. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, this is the part of the movie that I think is just filler. The Phantom Zone, even though she could do that, it's the same effect from Superman 1 and 2. This is the filler part of the movie, in my opinion, because it doesn't advance the story. It just stalls it for like 5 minutes. It's an ugly looking set, too. It looks like Dune, the David Lynch movie, which again came out in the same year as this. And I did a podcast for that. If Kara was here by herself, that would have been fine. But when you have Peter O'Toole there, why the hell did he get to go there? I know they explained send me to the Phantom Zone, but I'm like, why? You don't do anything in this movie. Absolutely nothing. This man wins an Oscar and then does this movie for 2 scenes. He's in 2 scenes in the movie. He got roast ticoed in this movie. Yeah, her powers don't work here. At least in the new Supergirl movie, I guarantee you there will not be a Zoltar in that. Because nobody cared about him. She can't break it. Roxy, she's bleeding. See, vulnerability, guys. She's not invincible. She should have been there by herself, or Mon-El should have been in this movie, not Zoltar. Who's that? It's not anybody in the comics. It's like in Resident Evil. Alice is not a character in the game. It's not. I still like the movie as a guilty pleasure, but it should have been one of the characters from the game that's actually from the game. Chris or Jill or Claire Redfield. Someone actually from the game. Hell, even Rebecca Chambers. She works. But this is not about Resident Evil. This is Supergirl. This looks like the space scene from Superman 4. Again, another filler scene. Ugh. The score is fine. She's in mud or tar or whatever that is. Stormtroopers. Yeah, the men are captured in this movie again because the villain is protesters. The wimp. She's not a wimp. Yeah, take that, you stormtroopers. You ever heard of the First Amendment? We have the right to freedom of speech. What? How cold is it? Let me see the weather right now. 38. Yeah, I got to wear a coat. It's gonna go up to 48 later and raining, but that's not gonna bother me. Yeah, again, why does he show up here? Because he's an idiot. Poor Kara. She should have been saved by somebody else. Even in Star Trek 2009, when Spock is the one that saves Kirk when he goes to that planet of snow, that at least made sense. It was part of the plot. This is not. We're an hour and 38 minutes in. We're almost done. And Zoltar's not scary. I'm gonna touch your hair. Useless. No, I don't want to squirt. No, squirt this, you idiot. Yeah, she should have punched him out. Yeah, he's completely wasted. He's like Richard Burton in Exorcist 2. You should have died in this movie. The character, not the actor. Yeah, scrat, scrat. I'm drunk. You get it? I'm scrat. Yeah, it's horrible. It's a horrible performance, and he's barely in the movie. Faye Dunaway's bad in the film, but at least she's consistently bad in the movie. She's not. She's not. Doesn't disappear for an hour of the movie. You know, because she's a main character. She's the main villain from a different movie, but again. Okay, that's kind of funny. I like Brenda Vaccaro's dress. It's nice. At least she's not overacting. Yeah, skipping some of the scene. Yes. At least Peter O'Toole can't ruin the new movie because he's not. He's gone. I never saw Lawrence of Arabia. You know how long that movie is? It's like 3 hours long, guys. I don't need to see a movie that long and pretentious. I can wait till like after the Oscars and like summertime to see that. A horse. It is the year of the horse. I think. Yeah, this is why I don't drink, guys. I want to keep my wits.
train. It's not funny. She should have punched him out. There's no way out of here. Yeah, he didn't do Harry Potter, Josh, because he was already too old. He probably was gonna play Dumbledore or Snape, but I'm glad they got better actors than that. They're both dead, but at least they were better than him. You didn't have Dumbledore going, Harry Potter or Snape, Mr. Potter. No, Alan Rickman was not drunk when he did Snape. In all those movies, by the way. He didn't die in production like the original Dumbledore. I don't want a squirt. Will you please stop with the squirt? You're drunk. I don't need a squirt. If I want a squirt, I'll wait till she does something sexy. Got it? Yeah. I don't need your stupid squirt. Yeah, he's so boring. Again, I don't want to squirt. Yes, I know there was a soda called Squirt, but it's not this. This guy's an idiot. He's just sitting there doing nothing. Talk about a filler character. He disappears for an hour, comes back, and does absolutely nothing. Wow. Geesh. Lobo's going to do more than you in the new movie. Why? Because Lobo's a cool character, and Jason Momoa already knows how to play the character. He practically played him when he was Aquaman. He just didn't do the voice like this, which I can't wait to see Lobo. You're no Lobo. You are not Lobo. You're some old guy looking for attention. Oh, I want to scratch. Yeah, idiot. What a useless character. I thought that even when I first saw this movie in 2019. I'm like, you're not a good character. He's a cameo. I do like that outfit. The costume design, I do like some of the costumes in the movie. Her white outfit is nice. It looks like Elsa's white dress from Frozen 2. Legion of Superheroes, I could do that in April. One per franchise. Since that's a Supergirl movie, I could do it a month from now. This is the only Supergirl movie I'm doing until the 2026 movie comes out. I hope it's not overly feminist. It's a time hole. Time hole. The Vortex. Well, you should be sacrificed. I'm glad he dies in the movie. Because he's useless. This is 10 minutes of filler that could have been cut out. She should have just like they should have put her on the moon like they did with Clark in Superman 4. At least that's not a long scene. He's buried under the ground in the moon, but then he pops out. Here, it's like this is filler. It's a cyclone. He's not a character.
Just because you were in the beginning of the movie and then you disappear for so long, that's not a character, guys. It really isn't. You can't. You can't murder somebody. I do like that outfit. I really do. It it also reminds me of the white dress that this girl wears in Superman 3. Of course, that's a better character because she's not overacting like this. What's her name? Lorelai? Yeah. Peter O'Toole's so useless in this movie. Even in Phantoms, I'm like, why are you acting like you're in a Shakespeare play? It's a monster movie. It's not a Shakespeare play, you doof. How do you go from winning an Oscar to doing this? This is beneath you, dude, because you don't do anything in this movie. Faye Dunaway's overacting, and he thinks he's acting in a different movie while drunk, too busy squirting. No, she has a monster that you actually see some of it, but it could have been if they had a bigger budget, they could have shown the monster at the all the way. No, you're not. Come with you. He doesn't do anything. Just die, Zoltar. I felt nothing. Wow. She's giving it her all, and he just phoned it in while absolutely wasted. I felt nothing in this. With in the Lion King, I felt more with the Mufasa and Simba. Yeah, I felt that in the animated version. I feel nothing here. His death would not be in vain. The sun, yep. I'm flying. That statue is going crazy. This is the scene I remember. Her crashing through the glass, yeah. Bluebird. No, that's the Twitter bird. Yeah, who a lot of people said that about this movie, but I don't care. I'm not a lot of people. No, she actually has a career still. Yep. Helen Slater's still around. She was in the Supergirl TV show as a homage to this movie, so this movie's not completely forgotten. This is on HBO Max, so if you want to see it at least once, I recommend watching it once. At least this movie doesn't have horrendous CGI like Spawn. That CGI looks horrible in Spawn, or in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. That's a way worse movie than this. Here comes the creature, but you barely see it. Watch this. Watch that statue. It's funny how this movie and Batman have a statue that falls at the end. Of course, that's a better movie than this, but again, that had a budget. That had a great director working on it, and Michael Keaton did great, and Jack Nicholson. Yeah, I got to go do another film. Ah! Brenda Ferraro is fun to watch. I like her. She at least got the assignment. You know, Faye Dunaway's overacting and Peter O'Toole's just drunk. Yeah, this is the last effect in the movie. It's a cool design, but I wanted to see more of it. They keep it in clouds. Yeah, you're no Elsa. Elsa has ice powers and a great voice. See that creature? I wanted to see more of that, but we did get that sort of in Superman 2025, the giant kaiju creature. Not only did we see it, we get an awesome fight scene with the Justice Gang. No, not those creepy hands. Yeah, Ethan finally does something in the movie. This this won't be the ending of the new movie, I promise. A giant creature. Yep, the powers are off. Yep, she circles around her. That's a kind of cool effect. Tornado! That's for all your overacting. I could shut this off because the movie's almost over. Yep, even. Yes. She keeps saying no. That creature was cool, but I wanted to see more of it. She goes back into a mirror again. That's very Disney-esque. That doesn't feel like. That does not feel like. Yeah, it's posed for the camera, girl. You deserve it.
Some people have never heard of this film, but it's on Max. So I first saw it on Netflix a few years ago. She's kissing Jimmy. Hey, you got a kiss. That's nice because he never got a kiss in the other movies. Mm-hmm. Got a beautiful face. Yeah, touch those lips. Yep, and the mountain just disappears. It's no classic like Superman 1 and 2, but I like the film. It's not great, but I know the new one should be at least better than this. It's gonna have a budget, so I'll take this hat off to my girl. See you in June's, Kara. Into the water. Is she gonna see Aquaman? No, that didn't come out until 2018, and that was a huge hit. And this movie's actually under 2 hours. That's it. That was Supergirl. I clap. I like the film. It's not great, but I've seen worse than this, guys. From DC and from Marvel. So if you want to see this movie, it's on HBO Max. You can watch it there. It's probably not going to be there for the very long because a lot of those DC movies are going to be on probably on Paramount Plus in about a year from now. But anyway, I'd like the movie. It's underrated. It's not the worst thing ever made, guys. Trust me, I've seen worse. But anyway, that's my review. That's my live stream for Supergirl 1984. I'm looking forward to the new movie in June. And take care. Tomorrow I'll be doing Hobo with a Shotgun, hopefully, if everything goes right. So see you guys then. Yeah!